Hey everyone, it's Mari. Welcome to my channel. I am so excited. If you can't hear the excitement in my voice, I'm not doing a really great job of representing how excited I am today. I just answered my door, and this is what was sitting there, this 120 set of Ohuhu alcohol ink markers. Look at this gorgeous case that these markers come in. This is not a sponsored video. This is just Mari spending her dollars on more craft supplies. But I just want to show you, these are just beautiful. Look at the color range. I love the barrels of these pens. They're round and the lids open really easily. There's a little indicator to show you which end is the chisel tip end or the brush tip end. The brush tip end has the gray line and the chisel tip end is just blank. There are little bumps on the barrels of the pen to prevent them from rolling off your desk. And these pens are just absolutely delicious. So I bought these on Amazon Prime. They came in 3 days, super fast shipping, and they were super cheap. I think I paid $149 Canadian for 120 markers, which compared to Copic markers is obviously much cheaper. Copic markers where I am cost about $10 plus tax. So more like about $12 once you pay tax. These markers in Canadian dollars are about, well, they're between $1 and $1.50 with tax, and just amazing markers. So I have set up some stamping here. I'm going to stamp out some Mama Elephant stamps. This is from the Boba Tea stamp set. And I'm just going to stamp out here with my Mini Misty some Memento Tuxedo Black ink onto some Copic Express It cardstock. And I'm not going to worry too much about how well these are stamped out. I just am playing at this point, and I'm just checking out to see how well these blend. I could have bought a smaller set, but I've watched quite a few reviews myself of these markers, and I was fairly certain that these were going to work out, and I decided that it would be worth getting the bigger set because then I would just have them. And right now, I wasn't really sure how fast they would come with the kind of all the shipping craziness, but they came really super fast. I'm so glad I ordered the big set because wait until you see how these blend. So for me, I use my Copic markers for card making. And so, these are going to last me a long time. I don't know if Ohuhu will eventually have refills. I don't know if they'll eventually sell these as single markers if one marker goes dry. But even if they don't, this is an amazing deal for me. Even if I had to go in a year and replace this whole set, every single marker, this would still be a better deal for me than having to buy replacement ink for the markers that I have. I have about 100, maybe more Copic markers. Certainly don't have a full set, but this is just, to me, these are fantastic, a really great deal. Now I'm just going to show you here. I haven't swatched these out yet, so I don't know what the colors are like. What I immediately noticed is that the smaller the number, the darker the marker. So for example, R21, which is in the pink range, is much lighter than R12. So as you go lower with the numbers, the colors get darker. And like I said, right now, I'm just messing around, just playing with them. So that first color was a darker brown. And now for the face of the monkey, I want something lighter. So I'm just going through them, coloring them a little bit on my paper and checking out what the colors are like. Now you can watch, there's a ton of people here on YouTube who have done swatching videos. If you just go ahead in the YouTube search bar and search Ohuhu markers, you'll find tons of different artists. There's like manga artists and all the different artists who do all of the really cool artwork where they draw and then they color their artwork. Beautiful, beautiful work. You can see on a much larger scale how people are using these and coloring with them and swatching them. So go ahead, watch those. I won't be swatching these out for you. At least not at this point today, I'm not for sure. Maybe at some point in the future I will, but today I was so excited when I got these. I just wanted to show you the packaging. I wanted to talk to you about how they color as a card maker. They are beautiful, and the tiny little areas, like Mama Elephant stamps are often the little characters on the little critters are smaller. And so if you're using a Copic marker or other alcohol markers, you know, they're tiny little areas that you have to get into. So I wasn't sure how these markers would work. They are fantastic. So good. And I found that they just blend beautifully. So the colors that I found in the little bit of blending that I did, that I just thought, well, I was amazed at how well they blended, were the warm grays, like WG3, WG4, blended amazingly. And the cool grays, I'm just looking on my desk here, I used cool gray CG2 and CG4, and they blended just beautifully. I used GY3 and GY4, which are some green yellows for one of the straws. Beautiful blending. And I also used, I'm just checking here, sunflower, which is Y2, and dark yellow, which is YR1 for the straw, for the yellow straw. Once again, beautifully blending, beautiful blending. And I did that on camera, so you'll be able to see that. I think it was YR. I'm pretty sure it was YR. It might have been Y9. Y2 and Y1 that I used, but you'll see it on here because I show the caps. But I was also really impressed with the blue greens that I tried. And so the color range is amazing. And you're just going to see me here choosing out some more colors, checking out what I would like to try out. The set does also come with a colorless blender, and just the most beautiful, vibrant color range. There's a beautiful range of blues, a beautiful range of greens, yellows, and yellow reds, just plain, like just greens. If I didn't mention that already, there's also black. You get a black marker. There's blue grays, not just blue greens, but blue grays. And there are some really cool, let me see here, what's this one? There's a neutral gray range. So yeah, just really, really amazingly beautiful pastels. So many lovely colors. I'm so excited about these markers. They are really, truly awesome. You can also buy Ohuhu markers with the fine tip end and then the chisel tip on the other end. And they come in a variety of different packs as well. I know there's some 60 pack, 120, 200, those kinds of things. The brush set with the brush and chisel tips pens come in 48 set, 72. You can get a 60 set that's for comic illustrators. And there's also a skin tone set that you can get that are the brush and chisel tip ends. So there's a bunch of different variations of the sets that you can purchase. The 48 set is probably the smartest choice if you just really aren't sure or your budget won't allow for a larger set. That 48 set would just let you sort of like try them out and do some coloring with them for a bit before you venture out into getting the 120 set. Like this one, or a bigger set, the 72, for example. So here you can just see I'm just doing some really quick coloring here with the different colors just to kind of see if what I think of how they get into the smaller areas or how they're blending. This is where I'm using those yellows that I had mentioned on the straw. And this is where I just really fell in love with these markers for sure because the blending is just incredible. So absolutely no worries with, do they look streaky? Are they going to leave? Is there going to be sort of like an edge between colors, that kind of thing? They blended beautifully, at least the colors that I tried in this video. And I am so excited and so impressed with these markers. It just makes me so happy. And I love that there's a case with them. I don't have very much space in my craft space for storage. And so this little case is going to just fit so nicely on my shelf. And it's going to be so easy to just grab and go. So if I want to take these with me to a retreat, to a crop, that kind of thing, it is going to be so easy to just pack these up and take them along. So definitely one thing that I will have to do in the future is do some sort of swatching with them, just so that I become more familiar with the colors and what colors blend best with each other and that sort of thing. I've had my Copics for quite a few years, and I have a good sense of what colors go together and what colors to use together for certain critters and that kind of thing. So it's going to take some experimenting with these Ohuhu markers, but just look how beautiful these warm grays blend on this little bunny. I'm so in love with these markers. And like I said, this is not sponsored. I bought these myself. I saw a friend, another card maker, using these, and I thought, oh, I really want to try those. And I could not be more excited. So please check these out if you think you'd be interested. I will leave some links down below to where you can find them if you're interested in trying them. But there are tons of other reviews and videos here on YouTube that you can also check out. Ohuhu also has their own website. I am just sharing the love of the Ohuhu markers today and letting you see just how wonderful they are, especially for my fellow Canadians, because I know how hard it is for us to get these here in Canada, and or at least alcohol markers like Copics, and how expensive they can be for us here. And this is just a really great alternative, and I'm just going to show you up close. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by today. I really appreciate it. Have an amazing day, and I hope to see you another time here on my channel. Bye-bye.